Alright, you all know what I'm here to do. Dying Light 2 came out with a huge ass fucking update called the Nightmare Mode update, which, you guessed it, adds a Nightmare Mode difficulty. And I decided to give it a shot with my buddy Gabo to see how it feels. So, how is Nightmare Mode? Well, it's frustrating at times, and at other times you can actually feel the challenge there. For example, when you first start off, you really feel the difficulty spike. At the very beginning of the playthrough, the campaign, if you start level 0, that whole stuff, it's gonna take a whole stamina bar with a common weapon to take down one casual infected. And I remember thinking a bunch of times, hey, that kinda sucks. One whole stamina bar, the whole shindig, and I can't kill this guy? What the fuck? I don't know what the new tactical stamina system has to do with that, but, whew. Yeah, you can feel it. Jesus. As time goes on, things get easier. The footage you're seeing right now is me around almost having all my skills maxed out, almost hitting legend level. Things are a lot easier for me now. One of the most important parts about Nightmare Mode is the crafting system, believe it or not. Crafting saves lives, whether you're crafting weapons or meds. Now, you, in the normal game mode, can really brute force the most of stuff, but your health doesn't regenerate. I don't know about Gabo, but as soon as I found the first craft master, I started beefing up my medicine blueprint. Once I did that, it was still a bit of a struggle because the only way I could heal was through this medicine blueprint. Only once I got to the big city and I unlocked the regeneration booster did things become a little easier. As most of you know, can't regenerate through this game mode. Your health just stays down. Once you get hit, you gotta heal up on your own. Now, with that said, let's just kind of go over everything that Nightmare Mode supposedly introduces, and I'll give my thoughts on it like one by one. Tactical stamina system, already said it. You can feel it. Yeah, you can feel it. Two-handing weapons is a bit of a burden, but obviously they hit harder, so I stick with it. Limited HUD. You cannot see the enemy's level they're at. You cannot see their health bar. Cannot see any stagger that you might be putting on them. I forgot if there's a stagger or not. It's been a while since I touched it, and I immediately went into Nightmare Mode. I guess that really speaks more about me. Chase level 5. I don't know if I ever got to chase level 5. There could be a moment where I got to chase level 5 and didn't realize it because it doesn't tell you what chase level you're at because of the limited HUD. So, chances are if you get to chase level 5 and you're not in Old Villador or near a UV place, you're boned, and I don't know why you're out at night. We'll get back to that little plot point in a second though. Harder hitting enemies. Enemies, yeah. Christ. I went for the tank build this time around, and for very obvious reasons. I'm not smart. I don't like dodging. If I have the chance to beef something out, I'll beef something out. Without my tank build, I would not be doing too hot a job at this whole beefing out attempt. And that's another thing that is not shown on this chart. When you have other people in the game, the zombies get progressively harder as well. So be careful about dragging your friends in because it will not be an easier time. Mistakes are no more deadly. No fucking shit. Exclusive outfit. As a man who completed the honor mode in Baldur's Gate just for some golden dice, I think the exclusive outfit is pretty good. Flickering flashlight. Flickering flashlight really sucks because a good chunk of the time, if you're just kind of wandering through things like me, then you won't notice that your flashlight's dim. It's just like, things are really fucking dark around here. Luckily, the quick fix to it is just by turning your flashlight off and turning it back on again. Really just beat the shit out of that flashlight, and it'll work just as fine again. Still, it's a few extra buttons to mash if you're in an intense situation, so maybe not that fun to deal with. Now, a huge thing about Nightmare Mode update is the glider. The fucking glider is you know, a fan favorite, and it should be. When you're in the big city, you need the glider to safely descend or get to better places, reposition yourself, so on and so forth. However, at nighttime, the glider is a risky tool to use. and I prefer to not use it. As soon as I unlock grappling hook, I'm like, this is a safer descender tool from high places than the glider at this point. Because, as I can show you in the spare bit of footage I got, the glider drains fast. Very fast, and I beefed up my stamina a lot. I believe it's at level 8 right now in this footage. And, whew, if you hit the ground with no stamina, and there's something nearby, you are in not a very good place. Menus don't stop the game. Yeah, this only really hurts you over when you're standing out in the open. Luckily, with Gabo nearby, he's able to keep an eye on my back, and I'm able to keep an eye on his back while we craft things. However, if you're alone, if you're a little lonely man, then you might be a little, what's the word? Stretched for comfort. Rarity item drops. I mean, I guess I can feel it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can't. I haven't been playing the Survivor Board missions a lot. I've been trying to mostly get through the main story and doing the side quests along the way. But I have found some pretty big tier items along my way, and by some I mean like I think I found 2 or 3 at being level 6 or 7. So yeah. And finally, darker nights. Yes, nighttime is dark as fucking shit. I play the game of, is that a car with Gabo like half the time, because I'm just kind of forced to stand on a ledge, look down and say, I don't know. Might be a car. There's only one way to find out. Nightmare mode is a breath of fresh air into this game, and anyone who took a pause from this game, I would recommend grabbing a buddy and going back into it. Now, with Dying Light being so updated, there is a few new things that exist. For example, rather early on you can get firearms. Right now me and Gabo are running around with a pistol, big iron on our hip as some would say. And it is a little hard to aim sometimes, but besides that, it is a fucking silly little thing to whip out. When people try to come at you with maces and melee weapons, you're like, counterpoint, lock. There's a few cool faction things that are happening now. I didn't care to look into them too much. Like I said, main story, maybe it's some good endgame content for me, but not doing it yet. Just not doing it. Anyways, this video has been long enough. I talked about Nightmare mode. I think it's pretty neat. I think you should all give it a try. And I will see you all when I eventually make another gaming video. For most of the people, if you want to watch me play games, Twitch is the place to catch me at these days. It's just easier to stream than it is to edit, because editing takes hours of the time, and my brain-rotted cranium right now refuses to put in that amount of dedication. You are all very lovely people, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.